was a bit stronger than that. But it was really bombarding me, and I couldn't even do it later that night. And so anyway, I said, I'll talk to you tomorrow. But anyway, it got out of hand, and...
I spoke to him the next day.
Sorry, you can carry on.
And my dad said he'd seen you as a son, you'd been working with my dad for years, hadn't you? And they basically disowned him and his mum. I said they're never welcome here ever again.
Who disowned who? Your mum?
My dad disowned
your dad
Jamie
disowned
and
him
his mum.
as a son-in-law.
Yeah, disowned him. He said he's dead to me.
For that time.
He's dead to me. And I said then. What did I say? It was like the Lord was coming for my word. Oh no, you tried to go around and sort it out, didn't you?
Yeah, it just turned into a big row.
Just turned it into a big row, and then I went round and tried to sort it out, and I said, listen, either just give it up, you know, just let's carry on, or as a wife, I can't come round here knowing you have disowned my husband and his mum and thinks they're dead. I can't do it.
Because you love your husband.
I love my husband. And they let me walk out of the door. They let me walk out of the door, like...
Your dad?
Dad let me walk out of the door.
Did he disown you as well? Or
no, he didn't say it to me, no.
But the way he reacted.
He said it to Jamie. So, I'm an orphan now because of the baptism, and the Lord's come for... And I had an inkling that was going to happen, didn't I, Jamie? Before it happened.
He asked you, was you willing?
Yeah, he asked me if I was willing, and I said, you know, I can see him now, this costing me. And he came for my words. And when I actually got baptised, when I went under the water, and I came out of the water, it was that unpleasant that physically I felt like I had been physically born again. Because an hour before, when Morris was talking about giving your life to Jesus, I thought, wow, this is serious. And I thought, yeah, I do. I give him my life. I've lost my parents now. That's it. You know, Lord, I don't know what you're doing with me. This is real. And I actually felt like I've been born again. So now, this lasts, 7-8 months? Has been so hard.
How many months?
About 7 or 8. And now my sister lives in Chicago. I asked my sister to support me, which she did for a while, and then she took the side of my mum and dad. And now
to support you emotionally.
Yeah. And now she doesn't speak to me now. And then they're saying that it's me that's separated myself from them, even though my sister lives in Chicago. So it's been really, really difficult, but because I've had to lean on the Lord, and I lost my joy at one point, didn't I? I completely lost my joy. I had nothing. I felt like I'd lost everything. And I even sent my friend round. We were talking one night, me and Jamie, to say that I'd lost my... Jamie said, you've lost your joy. I said, I know, but I don't know how to get it back. I can't get it back like that. And he said, and then my friend came round the following evening. She said, Amy, she said, I was praying in the shower for you, and God said, God had told her that I'd lost... She didn't know anything about it, that my joy had gone. And she said, I got this song about you singing Joy Comes in the Morning, and she said God's told her that I know that he knows I've had to give up a lot of stuff, but he still wants me to be happy. And it just blew me away, that really, didn't.
Do you have a Bible on Google? Do you have Google?
Yeah.
Let me just check something out.
We've got a real
physical
copy on there.
The second I go to Google here. Yes, I'll find something. But I'm looking at the situation.
And it's not improving. Although
don't worry,
I got a
it will improve.
I've got a message off my mum just now, and I've got her a Mother's Day gift because she's still my mum, and I didn't know how she was going to receive it, and we had a few
Now
cross texts.
God is just setting a platform for you guys to embrace people who have gone through pain and rejection. Sometimes you see, as you say, that you grew up in a good situation, whatever, but then there's a call upon your life. So certain things God will allow them, and it will be just a simple thing that prompts, that provokes this disaster. You're thinking it was a simple thing. How did it start? But at the end of the day, it's
snowballed, didn't it?
No,
It snowballs really, really quickly.
It's one of those things that any other time would just go unnoticed, but for whatever reason.
So it has to be broken before mended, and then.
Oh, and while you're looking at that, Austin, you spoke out in tongues at the baptism, didn't you?
Oh, There was someone got baptised who wasn't going to get baptised, wasn't there? When they said, is there anyone else who wants to get baptised? And he was dead scared of going in the water. You baptised him?
Yeah.
Did you were with
Jeff,
him, weren't you?
Well, that was the good thing about Jeff being there, because
Very much a Christian, you know,
he's been through the mill, lots of stuff. He's changed since I've known him.
He was very serious about asking everybody seriousness.
For each person, he took them to one side and said, "Do you know what you're doing?" You know, and that's something. I believe it's more serious when someone who's serious about it, who's got no vested interest in you, takes you to one side and stands with you before God and says, "Do you know what you're doing?" Rather than being in a normal place that you'd normally go with people you know and all the rest of it. There seems to be a difference, almost like when Jesus didn't baptise anyone, but he went to be baptised, which is weird, because John said, well, you should be baptising me. You know, it's like something odd was going on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, so for all God's people, I think that's the preciousness, which is why I think it was important to you guys, especially in this time.
But God was wanting a witness too at that day.
There's a thing as well that this fulfil all righteousness thing, and what went on wasn't very pleasant and still isn't. But there were two things, probably more, but two things that stuck out to me, and this fulfil all righteousness, because I didn't feel it was totally necessary, except Jesus did it like the rabbis did before he started his ministry. They had the ceremonial bath. That because I could pretty much say that prior to being on, I've done some stuff. I've had police round at the door when I've been a teenager. I've had some drugs here and there along the way, no bits, but nothing that I'd say, oh, I recovered from drugs. The thing I said before, where they're saying, oh, he's recovered from it wasn't a drug addiction. It's just because I mentioned it because I've done it in the past a couple of times. So there wasn't really anything like that. And as I've been a Christian, other than some church politics, but you get that everywhere, it's actually been a fairly okie-dokie ride.
Yeah.
You know, it's been good. So when we got baptised, it was almost to fulfil all righteousness, and there have been the odd group or a few people, and since then, where your credentials are called into question, and one of them is, have you been baptised? In fact, you brought it up yourself, Flavia, and said it needed to be done. Have you been baptised, rather as opposed to christened or whatever, which I think is been christened, fine, okay. But if someone says, if you're teaching someone or leading someone or doing anything like that, I say teaching in its broadest possible sense, or its narrowest possible sense. But if you've got some kind of thing where you're leading a group or talking to someone or witnessing to someone, and then they turn around and say, well, have you been baptised? And you go like, well, it sort of, it hasn't fulfilled all righteousness. And also, and what's happened is some other people we've known and since have said things like, and like your series of videos is sort of about, what pain have you been through? What have you given up? What sacrifice have you? Now, I have moved on. There is stuff I've given up. Lord has spoken to you about stuff that I've had to do. But in this instance, the business with Amy's parents.
I've lost my family.
So it gives.
Lost my family.
I'll use this word, as sick as it sounds for me to say it. And I don't mean sick in a hip and trendy teenage way. I mean sick in a not very nice way. If Amy's ever challenged, and she has been recently, by someone saying, well, What have you ever given up for Christ?